And then we're gonna 3, 2, 1, clap. 3, 2, 1. That was perfect.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it in.
You know what I noticed every time you're like, we're trying to say something at the same time, I'm behind you. Like, I'm so bad at saying it at the same time as you. Like when we're like, the reality boy. I'm like, just say it at the same time as her.
Oh, that's okay.
Sorry,
it's
guys.
kind of a fun
It's
effect.
never going to be in sync. It's like an echo.
Yeah, it's an echo. I was going to say it's actually on purpose.
We're in a stadium recording this.
It's really just Rachel.
Yeah. Speaking of, guys, hello and welcome to Minor League TV, your reality TV playback podcast. I'm Rachel.
I'm Maddie.
And we're
The Reality Boys.
Oh, yeah. And we've
Nailed
got
it.
our producer / coach, Chelsea, in the room with us tonight. Chelsea.
What's up?
What's up, Chels?
Today, we're starting our new season. And we're going to be talking about Love Island UK Season 5.
Oh, my God. Arguably the best season.
I would say maybe not arguably. I was looking up everything about it, and everyone was like, yeah, that's just known as the best season.
People really love it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to dive in and like hear more. This is Maddie's first time watching a UK Love Island season.
Yes. And I'm fresh off basically finishing it.
Yeah.
I have like one episode left. Should I not say that?
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay. I'm amped up to talk about it.
You can't say that you researched thoroughly. Hello.
I watched.
I'm going to be transparent on this pod.
You guys, I'm so sorry. I only watched 48 out of 49 episodes.
How fucking dare you. We did pick this season and I went, sorry, it is the season with the most episodes, but I would argue it was worth it.
Yeah. I feel like for the last few weeks on my days off, people would be like, oh, what'd you do on your day off? I watched 6 episodes of Love Island.
You're exhausted running a marathon. I can't believe I made it.
Trucking through.
I'm really very excited to get into it with you. But I simply must tell you about my time in Austin,
let's
Texas.
hear about it.
I went to Austin, Texas, guys, over the weekend. Please do look out for my appearance on the Joe Rogan Experience. I did plug the pod. I did dunk on vaccines. It is pretty exciting.
He cut the part about the podcast, but he kept the vaccines.
Yeah,
part.
he did. He was like, I don't know that is in alignment with my values. That's what Joe Rogan said to me.
And you got to respect him.
Yeah, and you gotta respect the man. No, I went and I visited, I keep saying my friend and her family because I would say like I went to visit my friend and her kids because that's really my purpose, but she does have a husband. And I feel bad not being like my friend, her husband, and her kids, but it's like, what am I saying at that point? I went to go hang out with a nuclear family, okay? Like, I'm like, she can't be a single mom to 2 children.
When you say, I went to visit my friend and her family, I'm like, oh, her parents and her siblings?
See, I'm doing it really wrong. I don't know what I need to be saying.
I think that's on me.
No.
You're at the age where family means husband and kids.
It could also mean multi-generational living.
That's true.
Yeah. But I went to hang out with them and her son calls me Uncle Rachel, which is awesome. Yeah.
So cute.
It's so sweet because
Did he start that? Or?
he did. Hey, well, how embarrassing if I was like, call me Uncle.
I was thinking maybe your friend did like, there was like some cute joke or something.
She was trying to explain to him like how she and I knew each other and then therefore like why I was here to see him. Mm-hmm. And she was like, it's kind of like Uncle Will. And he was like, okay, so Uncle Rachel. And I was like, fuck yeah. Like it's all the cool parts of being an uncle and just being me. And I'm pretty sure it feels like the funkle, I'm the gunkle, but I'm straight. You know what I mean? Like there's just something that I get to grow into this role in his life. And I'm already worried about the day that he's like, calling her Uncle Rachel's weird, and that's not right. I have to call her Aunt Rachel, or whatever. Mm-hmm. But he's 4. He doesn't know about traditional gender roles yet. They don't teach that in Texas until he's 5, at least.
I like when kids don't understand like family dynamics. Like he doesn't know, I would assume, like what an uncle actually is. Like that it's his mom's,
Yeah.
And that's so cute. They're like, I think it's so cute when they try and figure it out of like, how do you know each other?
Yeah.
You know my grandma?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's my mom, bud.
Yeah. I have no idea what I know about that lady. But it's sweet because he's 4 and then they have a younger daughter who's 2. And so when I showed up, I hadn't met her yet. And I showed up and she was like, Uncle Rachel. And I was like, I'm indoctrinated. Like they all think of me as Uncle Rachel. So it was really sweet.
And I hope that just continues like until they're in high school. They're like, yeah, Uncle Rachel.
Me too. Like, I hope that they can be, I'm like, be fucking cool about it, dude. And then I started to, it was actually really crazy because I was like, when he gets a cell phone, like when is he going to get a cell phone? And I'll give him my number and like, is he going to call me and be like, Uncle Rachel, I'm in trouble or something? And then I'm like, am I going to tell his mom? Am I going to keep it between him and me? Like, how cool.
That's so fun.
Do I have to be?
Yeah.
And then I was stressing myself out and I was like, Rach, he is 4. So we're a long ways away from that. But yeah, it was nuts.
I think you got to run it. Would you run it by your friend first? Like, what do I do in this situation?
No, I'd run it by Chelsea first.
I was like, one of my friends had a kid that went away to college, and I gave her like a little gift when she went. And it was like, and if there's ever anything you need to talk about or situations that come up and you don't want to call your parents, you call me.
Yeah,
like, you know,
that rules.
And
That's so
my
cute.
friends know that I will not tell them. Like,
Yeah.
unless it's like, of course, like very, very bad. But no, that's between us.
Right. And I want to uphold that kind of bond
Yeah.
with him.
And
eventually.
I think as a parent, I guess I'm like, I would want the kid to feel like they can trust another adult not to rat on them, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I want them to have that trust with the people that I trust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I have one other friend who has a kid, and it's interesting when your friends become parents and you just like hear the things that they're like worried about or just like the stuff they think about. And one of my friends was like, I just want to preserve my child's innocence for as long as possible. And I was like, oh, like, what does that mean? And like, about what? Because then when I went to visit my nephew, he was like, he kept being like, pow, 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 like shooting a gun. And he was like, I'm going to shoot my gun. And I was like, you're 4. Why do you know the word gun?
How does he know the word?
I don't know. And even his parents were like, we use the word blasters at home. Like, we don't use that language. So I'm like, school? It has to be.
Violent video games?
Yeah. At 4 years old?
It's always like a kid at school who has an older brother.
Exactly.
Older sibling.
Exactly.
Like, that's always how kids learn everything.
Yeah. And so it's just so interesting how like parents are like, I can't have anything happen to my child. And it's like, guess what? If there's an older sibling around, you wanted more than one, they're the problem. So that was kind of interesting. But yeah, overall a sweet little time.
That's so fun.
Kids are exhausting.
Yeah.
Hot take.
24/7.
Hot take as a non-parent, kids are exhausting.
The key is to be a divorced parent half the time.
I'm trying really hard.
Yeah.
I'd love the like, I'll take a week off now.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for coming.
I'm going to go to the rave.
Yeah. That would be me. And I'm sure I'm at the rave with single parents being like, thank fucking God.
My brother tweeted this, and I think about it all the time, but he was like bringing a baby to a rave and putting headphones on them and then blasting music through the headphones.
Okay, I'll have a kid.
Yeah.
I'll have a kid if it's like that. That's awesome.
Baby's first rave.
That'd be really cute.
Yeah.
I do see kids at like some shows.
Yeah, I mean, people are taking, I don't know what you can do with kids, to be honest. Because I see some young kids at like concerts and I'm like, are their ears okay?
You could take them anywhere.
Yeah, whatever.
Pretty malleable.
Yeah.
I watched the 2-year-old fall off of a little chair in the kitchen and like smack her head on tile loud. And she started crying and then we were like, oh, and then within 30 seconds she was like, ah, like who cares? And I said to my friend, like, that was crazy. And she goes, yeah, they're like rubber.
That's a Lindsay Hubbard rebound rate. Refractory.
Off the charts. In this most recent episode, she did mention her ROTC training.
Yes.
And I was like, love to see it mentioned again. Should we get
let's
into
dive in.
Okay, you guys, so excited. We are calling up Love Island season 5 from the bullpen. Ah! Maddie, do you want to take us through what is Love Island?
I would love
for
to.
anyone who's unfamiliar.
Because I feel like it was always like a daunting thing that kind of was a mystery to me.
Yeah, and that is, I would say, how people think of it, where they're like, I can't every day. And it's like, you don't sit down and watch TV every day.
Yeah.
You're a loser.
And I thought it was crazy until I started doing it. And then I was like, actually, I fully watch at least an hour of TV every day. It's not that hard to keep up with something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I had watched a few episodes of Love Island USA, and it's, in my opinion, like totally different. I don't know if that's the general consensus.
No, it is the general
yeah.
consensus. And it is why it's superior.
Yeah, big time.
Yes.
Because I couldn't get hooked on Love Island US at all. I actually didn't like it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Love Island, a brief history. It's a reboot. The one we're watching now is a reboot of a show from the early 2000s. There was 2 seasons, which they call series.
Those kooky Brits.
two series. I'm gonna be really annoying about doing a British accent or Irish this whole season.
Oh, you mean Rachel's favorite?
Yeah, my favorite thing.
Pastime.
Guys, so sorry to our listeners if that's gonna bother you.
Yeah.
Unsubscribe.
I don't know what
Baby, I'm not stopping. Yeah.
So 2005, 2006, there was Love Island, and then it was rebooted in 2015. The structure of the show is that 10 contestants start, and 5 women, 5 men, and they match up just on site by looks. And I think what I've gathered is they get pictures of each other beforehand.
Oh.
Because they come in and they're like, oh, like I, knew about you. So wait, someone wrote, it's a prolonged game of hot or not. What is hot or not?
That's me. It's like when you swipe hot or not, you know what I mean? Where it's like, you're hot, I will like you on a dating app. You are not, I will not like you.
That's true. It's like Tinder, but in front of your face.
Exactly.
Just like, oh, am I attracted to you?
Where you win monogamy and a small cash prize.
Small cash prize.
It's a prolonged game of hot or not where you win monogamy and a small cash prize.
The prize is $50,000 split between the couple that wins.
Yeah.
And
that's depending on if the pound is strong that year or not.
Without
50,000 pounds.
Pounds.
About taxes? Like,
I
are they taxing?
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't be in it for the money.
Right.
And I mean, we'll talk more about that.
Okay.
But each week, you need to recouple, and it switches from the guys choosing who they want to couple up with, and then the next week it'll be the girls choose who they want to couple up with. And they will send new bombshells into the villa to shake things up and see if anyone's head will be turned. Contestants can also get voted off by the public because this is happening basically live each night. So the public will vote on their favorite couples, and those couples will either get voted off or they'll get in like a bottom 2 or 3, and then their fellow islanders will have to vote them off.
I remember watching when they did that for the first time. I was like, that is so brutal.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that it's hard to be on the receiving end of on this show, and also really hard to be giving it. They're like making you make some tough decisions that are like insulting to people's faces.
Yeah. And just a quick note, they have switched up over the seasons the like intro episode 1 initial matchup, because I think for a while people were like, it's the immediate like, are we attracted or not? And then they've tried to do other iterations where you match with someone based on like they write themselves a profile, or like they write themselves like their best pickup line, or they write something about themselves, or they've had the public vote who should get matched up first.
Whoa.
Yeah, which is pretty fun.
I kind of like that too.
Yeah,
because then when you recouple, it's like less personal to leave someone at that point. They also do challenges throughout the week, some physical, some involving food, and some inflicting psychological warfare, where it'll basically make you, they'll show tweets that the public have tweeted and make the other islanders guess who the tweets are about.
Show tweets sounds like show hole for some reason. Show tweets.
Show tweet.
Show tweet. Those are so intense because they really get in the islanders' heads. So like essentially think about, you're a contestant on the show. You have no access to the outside world. You can't talk to anyone else. You're not listening to music. There's no news. There's no nothing. And the only thing you hear, like contact from the outside world, is like 5 weeks into this 6-week experience where someone's tweeting like, so-and-so looks like a dumb slut and they probably hate this guy and they're only in it for the 50,000 pound cash prize. And you're like, huh?
And then your friend is like, I think that's you. Yeah. That's about you.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. And you're like, I had to butt chug milk and spit it into this guy's mouth last week. Like, and you think I'm in it for,
That's not an exaggeration of the physical challenges.
The physical challenges. So I looked into this because the physical challenges back in the day really were about like drink this smoothie and then pour it into your partner's mouth, and then your partner has to go run and pour it into a cup. Sorry, even describing it, I get so grossed out.
They were doing Human Centipede?
Yeah, but sexy.
Ooh, in bikini.
Not sexy.
Yeah, in bikini, so it's hot. I'm sure plenty of people found that really attractive. I hate to say. But they finally stopped doing like food-based challenges, I think, by season 8.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it's gross. Like, it's just gross. And there was one in this season where they had to like something about like hot dogs and ketchup and mustard. And one of them was like, I have ketchup in my hair. And I was like, if I had to sit around with dried ketchup on me waiting to go into my confessional, I would lose it.
No, they had to chew up. There was like a burger and fries and ketchup and mustard and everything. Yeah. And they had to transport it to their partner in their mouth. So they had to like chew it up and spit it into their partner's mouth. This is fucking sick.
Yeah.
Cancel the season.
Cancel the show. So they
Brits are fucking crazy.
Yeah, Brits are fucking mad lads. Yeah. So anyway, the challenges range from fun to disgusting. In this season, it's a good mix. And then in later seasons, similar to the Twitter challenge, I think people, I think the ITV like caught on that people really liked the Twitter challenge because it stirred up so much drama. So they started doing things like movie nights. Did they do that on US? Okay, so on Love Island UK, they'll do a movie night, which is like a super cut of one cast member saying off color things about like whoever dissing their partner, flirting with someone else. So they actually acted in Casa Amor. Yeah.
They get to see the edit.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I shouldn't have said no so quickly to the US thing. Not on what I saw. I don't know if they do that on US.
I have no idea. I refuse to watch.
Yeah.
And someone would have to write in to us to tell me otherwise.
Doesn't
because
matter.
I watched one season and I'll tell you I was not impressed.
Yeah. That movie night thing is crazy.
It's nuts. It was a really good ad. I mean, props to whichever producer figured that out.
No, and there's some challenges that would like, I mean, by like episode 30, you're like, okay, this food challenge is going to be useless. Like, I don't really need to see this.
Yeah.
The Twitter challenges, it's like, okay, this is actually helpful in the game.
Yes.
And yeah, it's stirring things up.
Yes.
It's making people look at each other differently. You know, it's fun to watch. It's probably way worse for, like, it is psychological warfare.
Yes.
But
get people thinking.
yeah, it's good for the show.
Yeah.
I mean, that kind of brings us to the dark side of Love Island. So there was a lot, along with it just being like, it sounds like this fun, for the most part, it feels like a very fun, like, party show. It feels like you're kind of watching just a little vacation. And the more I've gotten into it and like spent time just like laser focused in on it, you can really start to see, like, I don't know, it really showcases it, a lot of manipulation and putting people in situations where, I mean, you're going on the show and you're being directly compared to other people and you're comparing other people.
Yes.
In a way that just, I think reality TV is already magnifying so much and making relationships and conversations more stressful.
Yeah.
I can't imagine going on a show where it's like, okay, well, now let's add to that comparing like physical features and doubting yourself socially, and I don't know, just everything being under such a magnifying glass.
Your self-worth is like fully tested.
Yeah.
All while being required to be in a bikini
Yeah,
the whole time,
right.
in a swimsuit the whole time, and not be able to talk to a person
Yeah.
that actually knows you and loves you.
Yeah. It's
Like, no contact. I feel
really
like makes it
challenging.
extra crazy.
Yeah. And I think what has happened like since the show started to take off, so season 5 certainly the most popular, in my opinion. Seasons 3, 4, and 5 are when the show really hit this like really great stride. And I think when it hit like a mass of people who were like, oh, we are so back in on this show, and people realized that they could come on the show, gain popularity, and like leave and kind of become an influencer off the show, which was great. But I also think stuff like that has led to a lot of like mental health issues, because you leave the villa and you have a million people saying a million things about your body, your character, your whatever, however they perceived you on the show, and they don't know who you are. And like, are you going to take all of that in and be like, oh my God, I'm actually a horrible person who needs to die?
Yeah. And it's, I mean, it's tough because I was thinking, and it's like, is it sort of a chicken or the egg situation where it's like the show is building on these things and playing, like, he's playing people off of each other, but I also think it attracts people that do want that validation.
Yep.
And maybe have some like insecurities that they want validated. And no shade. Like if I went on it, I think hearing so many comments coming out of the villa about my appearance, about how I acted, about decisions I made, like I would not be able to handle that mentally. So I'm not saying like, and you know, of course I think if I went on, I would want people to say, oh, well, she's hot and funny and cool. So it's like, yeah, we would all want that validation. But I wonder if it's like a certain type of person that is already maybe a little susceptible to internalizing that criticism.
Totally. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It 100%
Okay,
does.
I feel like I read.
No, not at all. I mean, as you were talking, I was just like, man, and yeah, thinking about coming out and like your family's held onto your phone the whole time. And like, as the show got more and more popular, like people were managing like the contestants' phones. And so then it's like your family's reading probably these like horrific things and
trying to defend you.
Sure.
And I think someone's family member got in trouble for like firing back at someone in a rude way. And then they, you know, they did in the UK a social media ban starting in 2023 where the contestants just they couldn't have anyone handle their socials or look at their socials. And then for All Stars, they lifted the ban and then in 2024 put it back on.
Wow.
Which when I first heard that, I was like, oh, good idea. A lot of people don't like it and say it's worse because then when they do come back and get on social media, there's like a flooding. You know, it's not stopping people from commenting. And then also the contestants didn't love it because they're not getting a lot of money from the cash prize and they're not getting followers because their accounts have been
deactivated. Right. Which is like the point at this point, especially if you're doing All Stars.
Yeah.
Rack them followers.
Yeah.
I just watched the reunion to this season and it is funny because it does show the contestants getting their phone back and the amount of sounds coming off of everyone's phone is insane. Yeah.
Yeah. You would have to turn your phone on and then like put it in a vault for 24 hours.
Yeah. I'd just be like, I'm not looking at this. No, thank you.
So there also, I mean, we were talking about the dark side and then there's like also the UK versus US. And I think we have all kind of different opinions on what has more of that mental health pressure.
Sure.
The UK has been criticized a lot because there have been 4 people associated with the show who have died by suicide. The US hasn't had anything like that, but I thought watching the US that the people in the situations reacted a lot more strongly than the UK people.
Yeah.
That they had a lot more like full on breakdowns.
Yeah.
The UK had like plenty of fights and people crying and stuff, but I guess I'm thinking specifically of like Huda. I'm like, you know.
Yeah.
So it seems like thinking like looking about that. Hello. The UK version feels more like a real world kind of observational, watching people.
We're living together, having fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the US version feels like a reality competition show more to me, where people are playing a game as opposed to like trying to find relationships and just like focusing on the relationships. But
I think that's why for me, UK feels more like toxic or like it can become more toxic is because one, it's way longer, which is also what makes it way better because they build real relationships. But I feel like when you're watching US, it's so many games, it kind of feels like not as real, where I think in the UK one you like feel like you know these people in a deeper way because you literally watch them for I don't know, whatever it is, 50 days.
Yeah.
And they're in there even longer, you know? And so it's like.
That's funny because to me, because the US is so much shorter and they have to just move quicker, I'm like, that's such whiplash that I would feel untethered from my reality.
I also think, I was thinking that in the US, I feel like the US producers try and find people that are a little more unstable. And they are really working to feed that drama. And they get people that maybe shouldn't be on reality TV.
Yeah.
And the UK, it felt like they just were finding like, they were probably looking
they
into
walked out into the street. They said, who wants to come on this here program?
I almost feel like they were like looking into it less for better or for worse.
Sure.
But yeah, while the US is like searching for like, oh, you're a little bit crazy.
We're looking for star talent.
And the UK's like, we're actually not going to look into your mental health. So I don't know if that's true.
No, it is.
Okay.
The UK, I know, has a lot more rules about what they like can and can't show. Because I think when we were watching Traitors, we talked about how at the end of the night in UK Traitors, they literally have to show them like leaving the house to be like they don't sleep in this castle.
Yeah.
But US Traitors, they pretend like they sleep in that castle, and we know that they don't. But that's because the UK has way stricter rules about like you can't fake it and stuff like that. So I think that's just an interesting part of it too.
I know also that in the UK, people will like write into ITV to complain about certain episodes if they're like, this was too much, like you guys crossed a line here, like, and they keep record of like what's the episode with like the highest complaints against it. Yeah. And I just think that is the power of like being in a country where there's like, 7 people and you all have a say. But it's like crazy to think like, what am I going to go complain to NBC? Yeah. And they'll be like, hello, so sorry about that.
Hey, it's me just writing again. Haven't heard back or seen any
showing
changes.
my Twitter, if you know what I mean, you guys.
Showing tweet.
Showing tweet on the program. Should we talk about season 5 and kind of where we are in the world when season 5 is airing?
Yes.
Okay, great. So season 5 was filmed in summer 2019, which is crazy because watching it, I like couldn't guess what year it was.
Yeah.
To think that 2020 was simply a year later and the world changed indefinitely, like, is just so nuts.
If I had to guess, I would have guessed to like 2015. But
the vibe felt very 2015. Like it was interesting because I think we were talking a little bit about this with like the way a lot of the women look. It's a lot of like Instagram face where you're like a couple people look the same. We're having a lot of bad extensions, which I think is just like a hallmark of the show. A lot of neon bathing suits, which, it's like maybe that was just trendy that year. Yeah. I don't know. But that was
random, but I noticed it was trending that a lot of the girls were wearing like wetsuit bathing suits.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah.
So they also get gifted clothes from different brands. And this is something that later seasons, they're like, and I love wearing my bathing suit from eBay. Thank you, eBay. It's like very sponsored, but
it is cool when it's eBay because it's like reused clothes.
Yes,
so that's their whole like.
That one was fun, but there are a lot of like fast fashion brands that do donate. And then it's funny because you'll see all the girls wear the same dress at some point. Where it's just like, well, you wore that the other day. And for a while, I was like, it's so cute. They share clothes, and I was like, no, they're getting like sent clothes all the time to wear them on the show.
So they're all sent the same dress.
Or they're sent a dress that several people can fit into. Okay. Yeah.
I do think it's cute that they share clothes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, when a new bombshell comes in, new wardrobe.
Yeah, that's a good way. They should be looking at it like that. In terms of contestants, Molly May was the first established influencer to come into the show. So like other people had come on the show and then gained a following and were able to like be like, I'm going to go be an influencer now. But Molly May was the first one to come in and be like, my job is influencer. My job is social media.
Which is hard to like imagine now because in my head, I'm like, oh, they all must have had a little bit of a following.
Yeah.
But no, they're just people.
They're just people.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Sometimes they still get them. But yeah, people did not like that about her, by the way. So like everyone at home was like, she's only in it for more fame.
She's in it for the money. $25,000?
Yeah.
Pounds.
Yeah.
I was on a Reddit thread that was like someone asking, just like they were literally asking what was it like to watch Love Island UK season 5 when it was on. And someone was like, it's difficult to explain just how disliked Molly May was during that season because most of it was baseless and not because of anything she did on the show.
Yeah.
And like the general consensus was that she was just in it for the money and brand deals and was faking everything with Tommy, which is so funny because that whole thread made me realize like the perception now I think was different for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And like, I also just think probably the way that we view relationship interactions, maybe the way we view women and like how they're acting was different 7 years ago.
I literally, when you were like, what I realized, I was like, people hate women. I think I love the program, and I think also my problem with the program is people hate women, and this lets it be on full display, and like monogamy rules, and like women can't win and women can't look good ever. Like what's interesting to me about Love Island is it becomes this pressure cooker for women of like, how cool can you be while your guy you're interested in is on a date with someone else? And if you're very cool about it, maybe you will be rewarded with a kiss when he comes back from the date. Like, it's just so interesting. Where like some people that could just be naturally how they operate in the world. But you really have to be like, just keep it together. And I think so many of the like fun moments, quote unquote, from the show are the girls just trying to like hold each other up and be like, keep it together.
Yeah,
keep
don't let them see. Yeah,
exactly.
I really also hate that when they're in that situation, if the girl decides she wants to say something, immediately the guy is angry at her.
Yeah.
She is not being cool. She's trying to hold him back. She just like has completely, he sees her in a different way now. He really sees the real her.
And how dare she have a feeling?
And then if a guy comes up to talk about the same thing, and I have specific instances that we will talk about later this season. If a guy comes up to talk about the same thing, the same situation, he gives that other guy so much more respect in the conversation.
Yes.
He doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't cut him off.
It's really cool you came over to talk to me. I really respect it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was very infuriating to see happen over and over and over again.
And guess what? I would say we're still not that far from that. And maybe that's like part of how the show is like pitched and packaged, right? Is that like everyone has to uphold their gender role. You know what I mean? Women have to be crazy and dudes got to be cool.
And yeah, I guess that's not different than, not much has changed.
Yeah. But for once, one time, I just want them to put someone on the show who's like, actually, I'm non-monogamous. So go for it. Just have fun.
I also think over the course of the season, the guys start off with such a mask on and slowly, one by one, they drop like flies and you're like, oh, you suck.
Yeah.
Oh, you suck. Oh, you suck. And I think it's so the opposite with the girls, where the girls come in kind of like on their best behavior and slowly they reveal themselves to be so much cooler than I even originally thought.
Yeah, I feel the same. And I think that's why it's funny, because sometimes I see there are like best male friendships that really get praised on the show. And I'm like, it's because you guys are such ding dongs. You only had each other to rely on by the time you left the house.
Yeah.
The villa.
And they're like, well, I've done all I could. I made my mates.
Yeah.
I got my mates. I've done all I could.
I've done all I could. It's like I gave it my all. It's like, that was your all?
Holy shit.
That sucks. What was one of your favorite moments?
Okay. This was really hard.
Oh,
actually.
wait, sorry.
Are we not?
No, sorry. I just
I was
realized.
like, wait, I'm confused.
Should I clap us back in? How do you want me to segue to this?
Maybe just like, you know, season 5 was a big episode. It was a turning point. It was whatever, 2019. So it was like right before the pandemic. And then then I'll jump in.
Okay, let's clap one more time. 3, 2, 1. Season 5 was crazy. It was crazy. It was fun. The boys did their best.
They did. That's, yeah.
They did their best and they sucked. The girls did pretty good.
Yeah.
This was like a season, I feel, where things changed afterward. Like the show is super established now. Like it's kind of the thing where you're like, I'm watching the show that I love, and you're like, I hope next season doesn't suck, because where do we go from here?
Yeah. When we have such a high point in the show.
Exactly. And this was great. I mean, there's like drama throughout, like up until the end of the show, which normally by the end of the show, it's like, all right, we're all just happy and like chilling and whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this was one that had twists and turns until the end. And even the winner is like a twist reveal in and of itself. This was also the last year that Caroline Flack was the host of the show.
Right.
So I like dove in. So there's a podcast that I love called Shameless, and they did like a deep dive on Caroline Flack and her story, because there was a documentary. I don't know if you guys know. Her mom made a documentary about, like, her mom, she didn't make it, but like led this documentary, and it was really interesting. So just like a quick recap on who Caroline Flack was. An amazing host. So like, I feel like in the first ep, we just wanted to like shout out to a fucking real one. Like, so good. So sad that she left this earth so soon, like so young,
and under such tragic circumstances.
Tragic circumstances that I actually think are really misunderstood.
And I would say, and pulling back the curtain, this was something that I had listened to this podcast with you, Chelsea, I think quite literally in the car. And I didn't know Caroline Flack outside of being the host of Love Island. Like, I'm unfamiliar with her other work. And when kind of this like drama bubbled up about her, I would say that I was very confused and wasn't following the storyline, so I didn't really look into it to like get clarity. But this is like one of those things where new information comes out and then old information gets put under the dirt really fast, and you're like, what's true anymore? So I was really like glad that this had happened, and yeah, thank you for sharing.
Yeah. So it's interesting because we didn't know her, right? But the UK knew her. She had dated Prince Harry like for a few months. Whoa. She also dated Harry Styles, which was like very controversial because she was 31 and he was 17. So technically it was like above board. Your allowed age of consent is 16. Yeah. But people were not happy about it. And so she would be out in the streets and people would be yelling at her pedophile. And like, so the UK already had its issues with her, but also loved her as the host of Love Island. She was like pretty beloved as the host, but also seen as like problematic. And why would you date Harry Styles? And even though Harry Styles was like, nothing was weird, like we just clicked. It wasn't about age, whatever. But so basically just a quick recap. In December 2019, police were called by her boyfriend. So Lewis Burton called police to say he was being attacked by Caroline. He was 12 years younger than her as well, but full in his 20s, you know, like full grown man. Basically, this stuff happens. She ends up being charged with assault. British tabloids are crazy. They start putting out stories that like she hit him with a lamp. They put out a picture of a mattress that was covered in blood. One of the police officers described it as like a horror movie. And they said it was his blood, like Lewis's blood, or they implied it. And basically, all of this happens. They say Caroline, she has a restraining order. They're not letting her and Lewis be together. He says, I don't want to press charges, which is complicated because victims of DV often will then say they don't want to press charges. And I think if the genders were reversed, we have a complicated situation. But it turns out that that blood was actually hers. And so in this documentary, her mom dives into it and basically says, like, none of what was being said was true. It was all clickbait. You know, the police were like using her as an example to be like, we're going to crack down on DV. We're not going to mess with this. And Caroline ends up taking her own life in the middle of February 2020, which is like very quick. This happened the middle of December 2019. She's gone in February 2020. She had lost her job and all this stuff. And her mom had published this Instagram post that she had drafted but never posted that basically was like, I lost my job, I lost my boyfriend, nobody knows what really happened. I was struggling with my mental health. I've always struggled with my mental health. This night was an accident, like, and it sounds like she hurt herself in some way. And I don't know if it was intentional, I don't know if it was an accident, but it sounds like she was the one that was really bleeding. She was the one that actually had to go to the hospital. He had no real injuries. And so it's just really sad. It sounded like she was in a pretty big emotional spiral, not in a good place, and then just could never really get to the other side of this mental health crisis. And the UK tabloids are a freaking nightmare.
Yeah, atrocious.
And then I think the timeline of this being middle of February 2020, and then we locked down, so the tabloids are like, there's no fun goss. So I think they just ran with this story even after she had died.
Yeah.
And so really cool that her mom did this documentary, I think, to like correct the narrative. But just like true shout out to Caroline Flack, a real one. She would have gone on to do so many cool things. And it seems like her boyfriend at the time, Lewis, is now like married and has kids and doesn't have anything bad to say about her, like only speaks positively about her. And so, yeah.
Damn. And it's sad because obviously through the show, like Caroline and Ian Sterling, the voiceover guy, the like co-host, I guess, are like very close. And so, yeah, it's a loss for everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I do feel like even though in the reunion, you can kind of tell that she's not in a great place. Like, but it's crazy because I thought that, but then when I looked at the dates, I was like, oh, none of this had even started until months after they were, the filming was done in like July.
Yeah.
This wasn't till December. But if the way she was talking about it, that she was struggling. And so, I imagine the show is hard on her too.
100%. It's like the contestants are getting it. I'm sure she is too.
Yeah.
And like you have to show up and be hot and be whatever and be a mother to the children and whatever. And yeah, really tough. But thank you for sharing.
Yes.
And thank you for honoring her.
Yes.
Okay, so that is kind of where season 5 is positioned in the world, in the zeitgeist. A lot of extra context of what's going on when this show is airing. But we're excited to dive in for the rest of this season of Minor League TV and continue discussing Love Island season 5.
We're kind of going to frame it by each episode focusing on one islander in the show, and kind of what we feel they brought to the show the whole season, and also I think something bigger that maybe they represent within reality TV,
within the world,
Love Island. Yeah,
the cinematic universe of Love Island.
Yeah, we're gonna get real deep into it.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. We were putting this together, and initially I was like, did I just make everyone watch 50 episodes of a show that we're gonna be like, actually not much here? But I think we have some really exciting eps coming up. And so ahead of that, I think it would be great if we recap some of our favorite moments from the season. I'm sure they're going to be a lot of your favorites if you've already watched. And if you haven't and you plan to watch, you can have these moments ready to look forward to.
Oh, yeah. And we'll talk about I'm sure we'll hit all the big ones from this season. But these are like, I think, little smaller ones that just tickled us. When Amy leaves, my first one, when Amy leaves and she's like, crying. Before that, she's crying about Curtis, and she's talking to Lucy and Maura, and Lucy goes, Amy's like, I love him, and Lucy's like, but does he love you? Oh. And Maura goes, of course he doesn't. Why are you asking her that?
Oh my God.
Like good representation of show dynamics.
Truly.
Very funny of Maura. That's why we love her.
It's so good. Yeah, Maura really lets it rip. That is a really good, perfect example. Mm-hmm. One of my top moments was Lucy not wanting to hang out with Amy and being accused of not being a girl's girl. Lucy got fucking bullied to be more girly pop, and she cried. She wept. She was like, I don't like hanging out with girls. I feel so bad, like highlighting this moment where she was like, please stop.
Yeah, she was please like, stop making me.
But I love that she really was like, I'm not giving into this. Like, this is who I am. Lucy, by the way, a professional surfer. Like, she does hang around dudes all the time, and like, whatever, even if it's some internalized misogyny, which it is, let her figure it out, you know?
I also don't think at any point Lucy was like putting down the other women.
No, not at all.
She's just like, yeah, I want to hang out with my boyfriend, Joe.
Yeah, that too. She did have a boyfriend.
It does end up being, though, that Lucy has a big old crush on Tommy, and that's why they're hanging out. So I'm a little bit like...
Well, sure, Chelsea, when you put it that way.
Wrong.
Who cares? They were still like, stop hanging out. And it's like, this is literally, guys, on the show, they'll always be like, it's Love Island, not Friend Island. And it's like, is Lucy not doing exactly that? Please.
I also thought it was really cute. I wrote this down before I got further in the show, but I thought it was really cute when Maura asks Curtis like who he's going to choose between her and Francesca. And she seems so nervous. And I feel like the whole show, she was kind of like her very confident, you know, like cracking on.
Does she turn you on like I do?
Yeah. Fanny flutters.
Yeah.
Fanny flutters, actually.
And so when she went to him and was like, are you going to choose one of us? I thought it was just really sweet. And I was like, oh, yeah, they're actually developing feelings. And I think she actually does seem to have a little crush on him.
Yeah. Rare moment of vulnerability.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And then I come to hate him. But
well, and that's for a later discussion. Yeah. One of my favorite moments is the corny ass fucking music they have on this show. Some of the music is so good, and like some of the songs are true bangers. They're true tunes, folks. Like they do the way the UK licenses music, I think is very different from the US. So they just have access to better songs. It's like stuff that it's like music that I would listen to. And then they have some covers that are heinous. They have some covers that are, it's like the country cover of a Kanye song. And you're like, why did we need that?
Have you ever gone to a nail salon where they're playing a YouTube video that has like songs? It just says, it's like a still video that says songs like 1 through 20, and they're all covers of pop songs with like a soft voiced woman.
Yeah. They just picked that.
Yeah.
For like really intense or emotional moments. And it like sometimes I'll be sitting and watching, and then the song comes on and I go, oh, I'm out of the moment now. Like it's jarring.
At night when they're falling asleep, it'll be like the Birdie cover of Skinny Love. And then in the morning it'll be like an EDM remix of Skinny Love.
Exactly. They're like, actually, if we just license the whole catalog, I'm sure we can find different moments for this.
I'm really glad you brought that up.
Thank you.
I really liked the striptease heart rate challenge.
It's a good one.
Yeah, because I also, I mean, that's something that would actually make me want to crawl up in a ball, and like I would not want to do that. And they all did such a good job and had fun with it, and also it caused a little drama.
It sure did. Some of them are hot as well.
Okay, have to say, I've watched all of UK Love Island. Now it is so much raunchier, and the US did a heart rate challenge too.
Yeah, that was,
and it was freaky.
That was
this one felt
insane.
so innocent. Like I was like, oh, back in 2019, we were
Yeah.
all so innocent, and it felt horny then. But now it's like, oh my god, they're like, I mean, we all know Huda was fucking during the challenge, right? But it's even on UK, it's gotten way sexier. Anyway, I love it, but I thought it was crazy. And also, I would rather actually cut off one of my fingers than have to do that on television.
Oh,
Agree.
seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'd rather do the
biggest
sexy
nightmare.
dance.
Oh, no, I would cut off one of my fingers.
I don't need it to be good. You just need to walk out and go, ding, ding.
No.
And you know what I would do? Is I'd go like this. And then I'd go like this. And that's it.
If I could actively make a joke of it, but I'm saying like because most of them like really try at least a little. They're putting their
Their pussy.
Yeah.
And like Anna like did like a good lap dance.
Yeah, she did.
But I was also gonna ask you guys. You know how I thought lie detectors were real?
Famously, yeah.
I do.
Is the heart rate monitor real? Like
I think it is,
Okay.
but I don't know that it's like medical grade.
And I mean, I also don't know that as like I always think about it's not that your heart rate goes up because you're the most turned on. Like mine would go up if I was the most awkward.
Well, and yours would go up if someone danced on you and you said, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared.
Yeah.
Which I think is what happens when like someone who a contestant has dated who ended things with has to come dance on them. And then it's like, ooh, your ex got your heart rate up. And it's like, they're scared shitless, guys.
Yeah.
What are we talking
You know what we
about?
should be doing?
Huh.
A boner meter. That's what we need.
Chelsea said, pop out a little 6-inch ruler next to your wee-wee.
That's the real test.
They have
How
those,
much of a chub do you have?
Yeah.
don't they have those torture like male chastity belts?
Oh, yeah.
If,
Cock
like-
cage?
Yeah.
Hello.
What?
Because isn't that like if you get a little hard, it hurts?
Hello.
ITV, we have a pitch incoming. I can't wait for Ian Sterling to be like the cock cage challenge, and we're all like,
Everyone's at home writing, this one went too far.
Not me. I'm writing. This one was perfect.
yeah. Maddie's going, and I still have the key. I would say another one of my favorite bits from the season is them yelling salmon when they jump into the pool and acting like a salmon. I just think it's a really sweet thing that they can like all unite around. That's like fun, silly. And I really love that on the season they call it doing bits when they like engage in sexual proclivity activities.
Wait, can I just say a thing about salmon?
Yeah.
In college, I had a friend who would come up behind you and go like this and say salmon.
No.
Pinch you?
I'm sorry. No,
Like a little like
do it to
wiggle.
Rachel now. Salmon.
Ew.
And when they started saying salmon, I was like, salmon started at USF in Tampa, Florida, 2009.
USF
Michael
Tampa,
LeBlanc,
Florida.
thank you for introducing me to salmon.
Michael LeBlanc, you're on the map.
Sorry, I had to do it to you, Maddie, another time.
No, I'm sorry because I'm probably
I'm
sweating.
Yeah, I know. I felt bad. I was like, Maddie's gonna feel my sweat now. But. No, I really. And then over the seasons, all the boys and girls, as they start to do more bits, they come up with more coded language for like, I got a manicure last night, so it's like we did hand stuff. Yeah, it's really fun.
I was kind of adjacent to that. I did think it was cute back when I still liked Curtis. When he and Maura went to the hideaway and afterwards he like didn't want to say anything to the boys, but he like got really close to Tommy on the bed and was whispering so you could like barely hear it on the microphones. And he was like, it was really hot. It's like, that's what you had to whisper.
Yeah, that's the most he would say. And you know what? Good for him for being respectful. He knows Maura would have lost her mind.
I'm trying to work on my Curtis impression, by the way. It's not
What do you
really-
have so far?
Well, his voice is like nasally.
Yeah.
Well, I do like Maura.
Oh God, that
No,
actually
it's
might
not
be
good yet.
spot on.
Well, I do like Maura. I'm really starting to like her.
I'm scared. I actually think you have
where I'm
it.
going with
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no, because he does, and it's like a long Maura. Yeah. Oh God. I like him sambaing towards Maura. It's actually like a thing that I'm like, I fear I would wake up in the middle of the night and see him at the foot of my bed, and then I'd be like, paralysis demon, like, get out of here. And he's like,
Funny.
do you want to read your last one?
Yeah, the one I wrote was Anna saying to Maura, "You saved me," when she's leaving,
I
which
think
like made me
that's
cry.
Such a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just honestly, Anna handled that whole thing really well, and I can't wait to talk more about that situation.
It's a big one.
Sunnyflowers, actually.
Oh wait, not that one.
I have the fucking right to know you're my boyfriend, Mr. fucking boyfriend.
Mr. fucking boyfriend. So, I mean, she's so
obsessed.
good. Charles, do you have a top moment that you'd like to share?
Yeah, I mean, talk about the heart rate challenge for me. The hottest moment of the entire program is during that huge fight with Anna and her little loser
Jordan.
boyfriend, Mr. Boyfriend.
Yeah.
And
Mr. Fucking Teeth.
yeah, he's sitting with India and she's just in the middle of the fight. She got dragged into it so against her will. And Ovi walks over, who like, I love Ovi, and takes her by the hand and just walks her out of the conflict.
Smooth.
Doesn't say a word, just removes her.
Yeah.
And it is so fucking hot. And that's my favorite moment of the whole show.
I would agree.
Yeah.
That's the love I'm looking for.
Yeah, honestly. It is so nice because India truly is just sitting there being like, I'm stuck.
Truly did nothing.
No. And he just comes over and they go sit and watch everything unfold. I'm like, damn, get the popcorn out. Y'all are comfy.
I had seen, Chelsea, you wrote that note of just Ovi removing India, and I was like, what can that mean? Like removing her from the show? And then when I saw that scene, I was like, oh, yeah, it like clicked.
Yeah.
That's what pickup artists should be showing men. Like if you want to
yes.
meet a lady.
If we could go back, if I could turn back time,
Honestly, Ovi.
I'd take Ovi with me.
Yeah. Ovi, they should just show men this season and be like him.
Yeah. Follow his footsteps.
Yeah.
Well, I'm really excited to continue on our season of Minor League TV, watching and recapping the season
Me
of
too.
Love Island. But before we wrap the ep, Chels, should we play a new game?
Oh my God, a brand new game, new to the show, never heard of it before. Finger bang, marry, pie.
Wow.
So they talk about pieing people off a lot. So if you're not understanding.
Yeah, it's part of the language. To pie someone off is to like, I was going to say is to mug them off, using another British slang term to describe the British slang. It's to deny someone. So I got pied as like, she said no to me, he said no to me, they don't want to go out with me, etc.
So I'm just going to go with 3 of the boys.
Okay.
We're not getting too wild yet. We'll save those for the later eps.
Okay.
But, you know, just 3 of the boys that really stick around that we see quite a lot.
Okay.
And I think it might be tough.
Okay.
So finger bang, marry, pie, Anton, Curtis, and Tommy.
Okay.
Chelsea.
I'm mad at you.
Yeah. Actually, what the fuck? Cut the cameras dead ass.
Thanks for watching, guys. Okay, Curtis, Tommy, and Anton. Pros and cons of Curtis. Pro is I would finally learn how to dance.
Mm-hmm.
Con is he would be trying to shake his hips at me violently, often, nightly, even.
Mm-hmm. I think if you're married to Curtis, he's gonna have his head turned.
Yeah. But you'll get a coffee every morning.
That's true. I do think cutest.
Cutest Curtis.
I do think Curtis is cute.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to kill Anton.
I was actually very curious how you were going to feel towards Anton and Tommy because they're kind of your type.
Well, I think earlier in the season, Maddie, when you hadn't gotten so deep, you were like, I like Anton.
Yeah.
I want him to be my cousin.
Yes, exactly how I felt about Anton, where I was like, I could not see him having any sexual chemistry with any of the women, but I was like, he's kind of a fun personality.
Yeah.
And then after everything with Belle, I was just like, okay, you're a loser.
Anton is a messy bitch who lives for drama,
Yeah.
actually, and likes his butthole shaved.
And they really harp on that.
Yeah. And
His
he has
mother
her do
does
it. Belle
Yes.
does it.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, which is alarming.
Ew.
So he would be a kill for me as well.
Wait, but actually now I'm kind of rethinking because I actually think
Hi, sorry.
I really hated the way that Anton treated Belle and like the way he argued with her and kind of dismissed her.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what Curtis did.
But I want to shave his asshole so bad.
What Curtis did was like unforgivable to me. I think yeah, if I was Maura, I would have immediately ended things with Curtis after the whole after the whole Jordan and Anna thing.
Wow.
I was like kind of disgusted.
Disrespect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't want to have sex in any form with Anton.
No, I mean, I don't really want to have sex with any of them, to be quite honest.
Tommy, I think, is really hot.
Wow.
I mean, unfortunately, he does look like he's 21.
That's the thing. I think
He looks like a baby.
Yeah.
But having seen him now
Are you looking at what he looks like
as
now?
a slightly older baby.
Yeah. Does he still have baby face?
Kind of. I mean, he's only 26.
Jesus Christ, that's it?
Yeah.
This is only 6 years
I know, but still 2019 feels so far away.
Well, yeah, he was 20.
And he's so young on the show. Yeah.
He and Molly
And now
May are
he's-
20.
a father of 2.
That is
Yeah.
nuts. And that's illegal.
But I will say, I kind of, Tommy hasn't done anything in the show. He's made kind of every right move, in my opinion. He's been on the right
Yeah.
side of history in every fight.
And on the right side of herstory.
True. He was really sweet to Lucy.
Yes. Yes. I think he handled the Maura situation really well.
Asterisk
Yes.
on the show.
Right.
That's we're
On
only
the
talking
show.
about Tommy
Yeah, on the show.
Yeah.
Yes, because I think I was actually surprised when on Hulu there was none of the like After Sun episodes, which are just like ancillary, like extra episodes of just like them goofing off and like unseen bits and stuff. And I think there is a part where he's like, aliens exist. And so you're just like, whoa, brother, we're on a whole different level, aren't we?
We find out Tommy's doing right-wing stand-up.
Oh my god.
My pronouns are he, ha.
Oh.
So bad.
Okay, so where are you guys landing?
I'm gonna marry Curtis. I'm gonna finger bang Curtis. I'm gonna marry.
I'm going to finger bang Curtis, marry Tommy, kill Anton.
I
Hi,
guess.
Anton.
Pie Anton.
Hi,
You guys,
Anton.
you guys
sorry.
are like, we're not going to pie
Sorry.
him. We are actually
No,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
kill
I'm
him.
like, Chelsea, we will pie people in the future, but tonight,
Tonight we kill
we
Anton.
kill. Yeah. We're fucking done with him.
I think this might be the first time that all three of us are 100% same page.
I
It
actually,
might be.
it came out of my mouth that way, but in my head, I was thinking marry Curtis, finger bang Tommy.
Oh.
Oh.
But that's how I
Then we
said
don't
it, so
agree.
that's what I'm going with.
You have every right to change. Okay, she's sticking.
No, I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Well
so
done.
excited to finger bang Mary Pie all season
All
long,
season
baby.
long. Guys, I hope that you're all excited to go on this journey with us. Please like and subscribe truly anywhere. Instagram, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Where else are you getting this? Your RSS feed? I don't give a shit. Write a review.
Find it.
Find it.
And hey, start watching.
Yeah.
You got
Hey.
49 episodes to get to.
Yeah, start watching the show so you can keep up with us.
Yeah.
And if you guys have any thoughts or pickup game ideas for us, other apps, you have any finger bang Mary Pie,
Snog Mary Pie.
Mary Pies for us, shoot us an email, minorleaguereality@gmail.com.
You can email us like ITV.
Yeah. You can email us all your complaints. Wait.
Wait.
Wait. Never mind. Don't do that.
Oh my god.
Okay, guys. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.